In the previous video, we got the bad news that most non-consumable products, that is, products with a long lifespan, are subconsciously triaged into the irrelevant group. These non-consumable products have long lives like water heaters. Once purchased, they keep on producing hot water and we take their performance for granted. In other words, they have dropped off our radar screen because they lacked relevance to our daily needs. That is, until the hot water stops flowing. This is a good point to make sure we get the terminology right. It's easy to confuse the terms consumer goods and consumable goods. There are basically two types of goods: consumable goods, which are constantly being used up. These are things like toilet paper, milk, bread, etc. Next is durable goods, have a useful life of several years. Durable goods include washing machines, cars, and air conditioners. Our problem lies in the fact that, for instance, my overhead cranes are durable goods that last for decades. Once purchased and put into service, it is no longer relevant to our daily life's issues, much like the hot water heater. This is compared to a consumable good, like bolts, that are used up in the manufacturing process and are needed by the manufacturer on a daily basis. Therefore, bolts are always relevant to the industrial buyer. Another way to view products are consumer goods versus business goods. Consumer goods are products like perfume, shoes, reading glasses, stereo speakers, and iPhones. Business goods, or B2B goods, are products like bolts, cranes, presses, and iPhones. There are some products that straddle the classifications, as you can see. The iPhones are sold both to individual consumers as well as businesses. The essential point here is to understand the difference between consumer goods and consumable goods. What product types you sell dictates the quadrant or quadrants you are in, and the quadrant you are in dictates how to best sell your product. Maybe the single most important fact here is that there is a different marketing strategy for each quadrant. Spending money on the wrong strategy for the wrong product is just like flushing money down a toilet. So back to relevance. Our problem is that durable goods products are not relevant enough to worm their way into our buyer's very limited pool of time. Further, every moment you attempt to steal the buyer's time is time lost for what is critical to him. Therefore, they're going to fight you at every turn. The fight will include gatekeepers and an antagonistic attitude toward those that get by the gatekeeper. So if you get through, you're going to have 2 strikes against you before you get started. So now we know that relevance is critical. The real question is, how do you find buyers that need your product? If you're a roofer, how do you find those leaky roofs? See the next video.